biggest thing I learned from rivers is not to worry about things you can't control, and that's a big part of life too. You know, like there's so much out here you can't control, and there's so much you can control, and you just kind of have to go with it and trust that you know what to do and how to do it, and kind of do that. And the bond that you build with people while you do it, because it's a pretty intense thing at times, is pretty awesome and pretty epic.
And I've come to know the wish list of my father. I've come to know the shipwrecks where he wished. I've come to wish aloud among the overdressed crowd. Come to witness now the sinking of the ship, throwing pennies from the seatop next to it. And I've come to roam the forest past the village with a dozen lazy horses in my cart. I've come here to get high, to do more than just get by. I've come to test the timber of my heart. Oh, I've come to test the timber of my heart. And I've come to be untroubled in my seeking. And I've come to see that nothing is for naught. I've come to reach out blind, to reach forward and behind. For the more I seek, the more I'm sought. Yeah, the more I seek, the more I'm sought. And I've come to meet the sheriff and his posse, to offer him the broadside of my jaw. I've come here to get broke, then maybe bum a smoke. We'll go drinking 2 towns over after all. Oh, we'll go drinking 2 towns over after all. And I've come to meet the legendary takers. I've only come to ask them for a lot. Oh, they say I come with less than I should rightfully possess. I say the more I buy, the more I'm bought. And the more I'm bought, the less I cost. And I've come to take their servants and their surplus. And I've come to take their raincoats and their speed. I've come to get my fill, to ransack and spill. I've come to take the harvest for the seed. I've come to take the harvest for the seed. And I've come to know the manger that you sleep in. I've come to be the stranger that you keep. I've come from down the road, and my footsteps never slowed. Before we met, I knew we'd meet. Before we met, I knew we'd meet. And I've come here to ignore your cries and heartaches. I've come to closely listen to you sing. I've come here to insist that I leave here with a kiss. I've come to say exactly what I mean. And I mean so many things. And you've come to know me stubborn as a butcher. And you've come to know me thankless as a guest. But will you recognize my face when God's awful grace strips me of my jacket and my vest and reveals all the treasure in my chest?
and the days blur into one in the backs of my eyes. All the things I've never done. Sheets are swaying from an old clothesline, like a row of captured ghosts or old dead grass. It's never much, but we've made the most. Welcome ships are launching from my chest. Some have names, but most do not. If you find one, please let me know what piece I've lost. Heal the scars from off my back. I don't need them anymore. You can throw them out. Keep them in your mason